The Croods are improving the financial picture at DreamWorks. Our movie guy Erik Childress joins us on set this morning. Good morning to you.
Thank you.
And do you think the success of this movie caught people by surprise?
I think it certainly exceeded some expectations. I think everyone thought it was going to be a pretty decent hit for DreamWorks and Fox. But because the film has no competition out there in the marketplace, not a family film or an animated thing until Memorial Day pretty much, it's able to rack up a healthy box office, particularly overseas where it's done over $200 million already.
What else do you know behind the scenes that's going on here? The stock price has moved from around $15 near $20 now. What's going on at the studio?
Well, we talked not too long ago about how DreamWorks Animation laid off a number of people after Rise of the Guardians failed to meet expectations last holiday, and that was coming off of one of the biggest hits of any studio last year, Madagascar 3. So they have one big hit, then they fire everyone after Rise of the Guardians. Maybe now that The Croods is a hit, maybe they'll hire some of those people back.
That would be lovely. Here's a look at what else happened at the box office over the weekend. Evil Dead #1, G.I. Joe #2, The Croods at 3, Jurassic Park 3D at 4, and 5, Olympus Has Fallen at $10 million. All right, coming out this weekend, 42 and Scary Movie 5. Let's start with 42. What are you hearing?
I'm hearing some very mediocre things about the film. Very kind of traditional biopic. Not hearing very good things. It's certainly, I think it could surprise the box office, do very well. It's been very well advertised, and Warner Brothers could certainly use a hit because they've had just a horrible year at the box office.
Nice pun, Eric. As far as Scary Movie 5, did not screen for critics. Never a good sign.
Never a good sign. The film does not look very good, but the Scary Movie franchise has done very well for Weinstein and Dimension. The last two opened over $40 million. I think this one will be #1 this weekend.
And I'd like to get your take on a blurb that showed up in the LA Times talking about wealthy people who are able to screen first-run films. What you're seeing in the theater, they're seeing at home in their comfy chairs.
Hey, if you got to flaunt it, I guess. If you have a screening room, it's pretty much almost something out of like Queen of Versailles, the documentary from last year. But I think if you I want a screening room in my home. But if you're paying $500–600 for a first-run movie, that's just stupid.
Do you think it's going to be a trend that will catch on, though?
No, not at all. Who wants to pay $500 to see admission in their home? I don't think so.
You never know.
I don't think so.
When you're flush with cash.
I may be.
Coming up this weekend, you have your film festival, but that's taking on a bit of a somber tone.
Yeah, we're very proud of this festival that we have this weekend. The tickets and passes are still available. The first ever Chicago Critics Film Festival, and with the blessing of Chaz Ebert, we're going to be dedicating the festival to the memory of our fallen colleague Roger Ebert. So I hope people do come out this weekend because it's going to be a celebration of film, the very kind of films that Roger would have embraced if he was still with us. And so we're hoping that this will be, a little taste, a little of his legacy and memory.
Very apropos. Good to have you on the show today.
Thank you.